Alright. Now that I've scared everybody away, the break and random shit. um, my ear. It's my ear. My ear's having a little bit of issue with the caffeine. Caffeine's supposed to, like, I think tighten the ear canal a little bit. So if you have issues, too much caffeine will make it worse. But yeah, I looked through my list. There's some stuff I kind of thought about playing, but I want to do some Game Pass shit. You know, I feel like I'm willing to play this one right now. So see how this is. Since I'm nursing a headache, something chill would be good. Here we are. Let's get going on it. This one's supposed to be like actually like fun too. We'll see. Hold surf button. Surf. Fuck. Yeah, it's supposed to be like chill and fun, maybe. We'll see. And it's like one of those things like, well, what do you mean? Oh, it's fun, right? Like, of course it's supposed to be fun. But I mean, some games are not really about fun mechanics or anything, right? You know, like 12 minutes wasn't like fun. Not that it was like great anywhere else either, but you guys know what I mean. I have to turn this up a bit. Yeah, probably. Hopefully that ibuprofen kicks in. I really don't like taking a lot of ibuprofen, but caffeine hits too hard, I guess, right now. Get the headaches last few days. Huh. All of a sudden it is very quiet. Let's crank it back up a bit. Might be that the title screen just had the loud noises. For me, it's like headaches because of caffeine. But yeah. Is that a Finnish problem? I think if my ears weren't having any issues, it wouldn't be a big deal, but yeah, it just tightens everything. So I get like pains everywhere sometimes if I have too much caffeine. I do wonder if I just cut caffeine for a while, if I would get like a headache from it. It just makes it worse? Yeah, I mean, that's my experience. I don't really get like proper headaches, I feel like. I get some kind of like dull pain somewhere else, and then it makes it feel like a headache. But it's usually from like my ears. So caffeine causes that, I guess, for me. Hold the jump higher. Creatures, glyphs. Yeah, there's people like Goda who like they have caffeine and it like helps their headaches. I don't know. Like if I haven't had enough water, it makes the caffeine headaches worse, I guess, too. I'm not sure. If I have a headache, I take ibuprofen, but I don't get them enough. Fraglets. Any fraglets in the chat? Skip arm day, dude, because you don't got any. Hilarious. This was like a guide or something. That seems like it could be chill. We'll see. Squats and oats, baby. Just fucking. Imagine trying to fucking squat with no fucking arms, dude. You'd be a fucking balance machine. Straight fucking unit, dude. Just fucking balance like fucking massive weights. Benedict Nichols. So we'll see how similar this is to your journey type of stuff. We just did Shape of the World recently, which kind of had that. That indie kind of exploration, cinematic kind of artsy game vibe. I don't know how you kind of put that. One of the things that kind of, I almost want to say it's a trope at this point, is like as a rise to the end of the game, right? You're climbing like some kind of central tall figure, some shit like a mountain or tower. I think Rime was one I played that did that too. I think a lot of Journey-esque stuff kind of goes for that. Obviously, like, music gets louder at the end and the swelling and all that shit. It's kind of interesting how those little things kind of get copied over, and I don't know if it's like a on purpose kind of thing or they just kind of happen. I don't think there's enough hard copies to really like say it's a deal, but this seems to have more like game to it than Journey did, so that's nice. I don't want to over compare it to Journey. Just because people do that on the internet or the online there doesn't mean I can only think about it that way. Aqui Pit. Like a percentage. Kind of like collect-a-thon-y. Question is, do you get like abilities? I'm all down for like just a 3D platformer and collect-a-thon thing with like a indie artsy vibe and aesthetic. Wish I could adjust the volumes. Kind of blows because the sound effects are high. Oh. How bad would it suck to like die in quicksand then? Probably suck pretty bad, huh? Or like mud or something. Just a thought. Enjoy that thought while we're playing this chill game. Keep you on your toes, folks. What's up, Snap? Ooh. This is good. I'm good with this right now. Nursing my headache, chilling. Slow paced, chill game. That's probably the good call. Silent abandoned us, man. Surgeon Simulator, what happened? Yeah, absolute maybe. Oh! Jokes aside, did you plan on playing this one, Silent? You got Game Pass, right? Oop. Loud sound effect, man. Jesus. Turn it down just a little bit. Never heard of it. Yeah, I've kind of just, as they've added stuff to Game Pass, just kind of downloaded them if people receive it generally well. Some exceptions. I guess this was one of them. It was very simple so far. Xbox Cloud Gaming is pretty cool. Oh, that's where you can play Game Pass shit. Like, over the cloud, like on any device. That was the any device part that I think. I remember. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I've not messed with it. The download speeds out here are not too bad for me, so kind of just go for it. Oh, I think we have to bring it to that thing. What are you trying out? Yeah, I mean, I haven't messed with the cloud gaming stuff, and I don't plan on it, but I could totally see the appeal. It's useful. Oh, it's slight. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is I don't play really from like mobile or if I need to or anything like that, where I'm not really on the go. It's one of those deals. Yeah, it doesn't appeal to me, but I get it. It absolutely has an appeal, and I'm glad. I think a lot of that cloud stuff helps really Game Pass not have like exclusive shit to certain platforms as well. They tend to release everything now on every platform, which is nice. You're leaving the Aqui Pit. Yeah, it would definitely be like just a testing. I don't know if I'm 100% this. I don't know if it matters. Definitely good just for testing, right? I don't think I would play anything over the cloud myself. Unless it was like turn-based or something slow. How is the visuals though? I mean, does it like cut the resolution down a bit? And yeah, he kind of has an onion head. I mean, if you're on a phone, I guess you would never notice, right? Because like if you watch like Ripper's stream, he's doing like remote play and shit, and the resolution's definitely cut a little bit. But I don't know if all cloud services are like that or if they stream it to you and Mac. Should test it at some point just so I can be familiar. Yeah, I have Ultimate. I think I pay like 15, I thought myself. Maybe I should be 100%ing this. Feel okay just getting what I see and not worrying too much about it right now. It's not like there's that many mechanics yet. Oh! New stuff though. You can go back. Yeah, and it shows like side quests and stuff somewhere in there, doesn't it? Poor lad. Yeah, I have the Ultimate because I use the Xbox Game Pass. Which I really... maybe I should just do PC Game Pass because I don't use my Xbox anymore for Game Pass, but... I think there might be exclusives to it I'm forgetting about, I have to check. You got an elf girl. An elf lady guardian. Did you get your white mage points? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it doesn't sound too bad. They kind of just came out with that feature out of the blue. I'm surprised it's as crisp as you're mentioning. That's good. I feel like a turn down sound effects option would be nice. I'm just gonna deal with slightly louder sound effects. The music is too quiet for me to turn everything down in general. Let me know if it's annoying to you guys or something. This is kind of funky, huh? Oh, okay. I mean, it happens, especially if projects are just ran by like one person, right? The sound effects are obnoxiously loud in this. It's like twice the volume of everything else. Especially if you're gonna spam them a lot. Yeah, unless there's like automated stuff that doesn't require much dev time, I doubt that a game as old as FF11 is going to be getting any new projects. Not that like private server shit. That's funny. It all comes back to FF11, huh, man? The progenitor, or whatever. The allfather of everything. Yeah, Game Pass has a lot of good stuff. I mean, I find stuff to always play that isn't even shit. I've played most everything on Game Pass already. Because of GameFly and shit. So it's definitely a good service. Whether you just want to be thrifty or actually just want to save a little money. I mean, it's just a better deal. Unless, I mean you could still get deals on buying the games though. Off of Game Pass, it's not like you can't own them. We'll say the worst thing about Game Pass for me though is Windows 10 Store. Or not Windows 10 Store, the Windows 10 version of the games tends to be a little bit more fucked. But what can you do? More energy. Dark Knight or Dragoon. Oh, he's fast. Is the Dragoon just... Did they just jump? Oh yeah. I really haven't played Dark Knight for a long time, so I do not know enough. I am actually turning this down. The sound effects are too loud. It affects the music volume, so be it. It's not really my problem. I mean, it is my problem. It's not really my fault. Their hate. How complicated really is a kit in FF11 compared to 14? Like, you got a lot of spells, or is it just kind of like each job is very specialized but has very few spells? Where am I trying to get to? Yeah, I have not played Dark Knight or whatever in FF14 for forever. They're not as active, but there's a lot of shit. It seems like the classes are just more distinct. And group compositions are more of a thing to think about, but like individually they're not like as complicated. Oh, you can move this. Okay. I see. Kind of looked like just a piece of the environment almost. Who's late platforming here? $1,000 TP or whatever it was, and it builds slow. Okay. So it's still TP and everything? I guess that's where 14 got a lot of it, huh? Is there GCDs and shit? Or is it more just the nature of being like semi-turn based? That you don't really like GCD. big dude. Long, long man. Just animations? Okay. A delay. Oh. Can you speed up animations, or is it just for the auto attacks that you can use haste on? Oh, okay. So it does affect the animations. Neat. Yeah, that's kind of what's interested me, is it kind of feels just different instead of, I mean, like now, you know, we're all waiting for like maybe like some kind of different MMO maybe. Like there's ones that exist like that that are older. I guess what I'm trying to say is homogenization, essentially, of MMOs nowadays, like rotation-based gameplay, all that kind of stuff. GCDs, you know, kind of like WoW. Either that or like their action kind of MMOs, right? Which just beat 'em up combat. I think it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I imagine the pace, right? It's probably one of the biggest things to get used to. But seems like one of those things, if you do, it'd be fun. Because it is like super slow, right? FF12? Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I thought. Yeah, not gambits. You're a macro god. I mean, those kinds of MMOs where like you have to worry about every encounter and kind of explore slow and fight slower. I mean, there's something to be said about that, kind of creating a more magical or immersive world, right? Even just watching some cutscenes from the original FF14 was kind of interesting because of just the scale. Like, you don't know anything about the world yet, so it's things like Leviathan and just like random NPCs talking to you seem more important and kind of like, I would say, magical. And then I guess you could say that kind of can bleed over into gameplay, right? I mean, if you're just dashing around, exploding, dodging shit, right? Like, it's gonna have a different world building feel, I feel like. I mean, whether it's better or worse, I'm not saying anything, but different. I mean, that's essentially how you like interact with the world, right? Taxis. What's the best class for like a starter anyways? I don't remember if we've ever talked about it. Oh, teleports. Kind of like a WoW mage, right? Yeah, doesn't it take like fucking eons to get anywhere in that game? Thief, okay. That's good to know for the future. Because it seems like there's some jobs that would not be fun to level on like a first play. Oh, okay. Just something that can like solo or some shit, right? Or, you know. You don't want to play like, what is it, Geomancer? That's just like all buffs and debuffs? Deep/Dancer. Okay. Maybe you can come back. I don't even know how we would like get up here. Oh, let's see now. Bulls. D for warrior, okay. Oh, it's got the job trees. I kind of forgot about that. So use like FF14 where it's kind of like removed them. Of course it would have trees. Flee. Are you like locked into the battles without flee, or is it just like make the fights instantly de-aggro or something? Okay. Oh, you can take it and move it, I see. Yeah. I'm just talking for now. Yeah, I'm definitely not starting it right now. This month's full of games, but it's nice learning more about it. I'll definitely try the trial when I do it though. Oh really? Oh, that's nice. The fuck do I even like? Yeah, so it's like a bitch to get started on it. I know we've kind of talked about it in the past, but let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I'd always plan on just getting it all through Steam, but doesn't seem like a plug and play, as they say. Okay, I see what's going on here. I think I was actually right to do that. Probably had two juicers. You guys believe Endwalker's actually pretty close? That seemed like forever away, and then all of a sudden we're about there. A fast year, I guess. Yeah. Klutsu, man. Come on. The dark rituals, man. He forgot the forbidden rituals. The long forgotten technique. Character based. How much is it a month, anyways? Like 10 or something? I mean, I'd only want one character, but it's still kind of weird. $7? Okay. Guess, yeah, it needs to be cheaper than 14. Jesus. Hello, little thing. I just feel like he's got a power switch on his chest. Like the symbol reminds me of like a little power switch. Just an extra dot. Storage wardrobes. Oh, is there like piecemeal microtransactions and shit? I guess it's kind of like retainers or something. Ooh, surf. Oh, we're talking, Jimmy. So, how's the cosmetics game in FF11? Is the actual gear you have equipped what you see? Part of me, I love glamour, but I also do appreciate a system where there's no glamour, right? No, I don't think it's better, but I think it's neat for heavy community kind of MMOs, PvP MMOs. It's nice being able to like see somebody, know what they are and how good they are or something. I think it's kind of cool. It has glamour. Okay, I need to turn this game down. Okay, and it locks your style. Sounds is that per job or just one thing? Sounds like a pain in the ass, but I guess it's you just do it once and you're done forever. Oh, you can jump. Oh, I jumped to the right and I went left. The music is very Journey-esque. That kind of indie, artsy indie exploration. I don't know what you would call it. I don't want to just say everything's Journey, but it really is kind of like Journey-esque, right? The music at least. I think there's enough other mechanics to more than differentiate it so far. Oh, okay. Yeah, how's the inventory management? Is there like a shitload of gear you gotta run around with since you have all these jobs, or? I mean, FF14's is pretty fucked. Lobo. Oh, there's gear swapping in combat? Now that's the sign of a fucking classic MMO. Some RuneScape fucking swapping your shit in the wilds, man. Jesus Christ. Swaps your gear automatically? Fucking hell, man. Interesting, there's quite a bit more modding situations going on in that than 14. 14's kind of an outlier where there's just not much modding at all. I mean, I guess I don't play a lot of other MMOs nowadays. I don't have that much data to work with. Like, WoW is like just insane on the modding. The FF11 has a lot. FF14 for being like the biggest MMO has like relatively no modding. I mean, it has some, don't get me wrong, but it tends to be superficial shit. Like, by and large, the community does not use much of it. Yeah. You're not going to be running around with 50 sets, I'm sure, and leveling. Yeah, I guess since by design, they've like kind of... From the beginning, the devs have expressed not wanting third-party add-ons and punishing it. That probably stifles it in the community, and then the community adopts that, and most people just don't care, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of mods and a lot of people use them, but... I guess that kind of trickle down forms something in the community. I mean, I like it. As long as the game has enough like features in play, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm sure they'd... It's one of those things like an FF14, if you use mods and you're not like showing it off, or you're not like cheating straight up, they're not gonna care, right? It's just their official stance on it. It's probably why a lot of FF14 mods are more client-side visual stuff. Or like better photo taking crap. Yeah, that shit sucks. And I get that they would want to not have that kind of thing, and it's easier just to ban all mods. Yeah, actually, just finished it. About an hour and a half ago. Yeah, that's such a simple thing, I guess, having like a wireframe mod, but for something like PvP, that would be really OP. I just think people who stream with mods and like FF14 are ballsy, man. All it takes is like 1 or 2 reports, right? From some fucking Joe Blow. Yeah, I just finished 12 minutes. Did you play it or something? It's the ultimate hack, yeah. Don't need mods. Yeah, it was okay. Not really. It's kind of like a soap opera. Like, the story wasn't that great. And I don't think they experiment enough with the time loops gameplay wise. So it's not really that fun either. And it's all about pretty much just unlocking dialogue and bouncing back and forth and getting dialogue flags to like one point in the game where it's just like this annoying 2 hours where you actually have to use an item instead to get dialogue. No. I wanted to like it. I like the foe. Like, McAvoy's cool, I guess, and shit. But like, it's hard to recommend it. You really would just have to like it for the novelty of time loops. Like you're just not familiar with time loops or something. But like, like we read so many VNs or some time loops. It's like it doesn't. The novelty of it. It's not interesting in a story way, I guess, to me. It's a lot more how they would mechanically make it interesting, and I just don't think it did. Stalling for time, yeah. Yeah, the game needed, I think the biggest upgrade the game could have is just a fast forward button. There is like a fast forward. Like you could press the button to like jump past some text, but it's picky and choosy. And you can't just fast forward like most animations or just normal time. What's up, Erich? How we doing, my dude? So, I don't know. And I feel like the story was just trying to be kind of sensational. I would have almost just preferred some more simple fucking meta shit at that point, but whatever. What are you up to, Age? Need more energy. D-Day off, man. Shit, dude. I wouldn't want to be going to D-Day myself. Hold the bank. We got a big old bank trip. Hopefully that didn't take you too long. Heist, not going to Normandy today. He's got to rob a bank. Yeah, I don't know. 12 minutes, not to mention it was really janky, right? Like you thought you could do so many things. And you just can't, and like things I feel like they should be really obvious you can do, like there's a bunch of glitches and shit. It also just felt like the dialogue was like every character was a fucking alien, man, or like a lizard man. Like some of the, especially the romance shit, like I'm like, I mean, I like romance shit, don't get me wrong, but it's like, good god, dude, I feel like I was like literally fucking reading a story written by like a fucking alien dude who just watched like Days of Our Lives and wanted to have like a time loop on it. I mean, yeah, I like glitches when they add some fun. I mean, I laughed a lot because of it, but yeah, it's hard to give it many props, right? D&D boys for today are unable to, so I'm hanging with the bro. Then we're robbing a bank in Normandy. Holy shit. Oh, cool, man. Sounds chill. I'm streaming random indie games today. Yeah, that's a busy day. I need to get 3 of these orbs. Yeah, thought about playing something more older, but I'm kind of building up Game Pass games. And we just did 12 minutes like an hour ago. Very meh. Oh, okay, man. Yeah, maybe. There's cool things. It's got a strong beginning, I guess. Makes me want to play some more timey-wimey shit, but I don't have anything on the plate right now. I need to remember to rent Raging Loop once WarioWare and Tales of Arise are finished. I said I was gonna play that soon and I forgot about it. Dude, I like me some time stuff, man. What can I say? The masochist. Meta shit's fun, man. Being in the mood for meta shit, right? Super Cloud Belt? Needs to be soon. I have it installed. I don't know. Knocking a few of these Game Pass ones out, but see how many of them stay interesting. Some roguelites I was looking at. I don't know if I want to do. Some story shit. The story game I was gonna play that looked like it might just be bad, but it could be funny because it's like a Western one. It's more 3D and voice acted and shit. And you always gotta have like one bad story game on the short list just in case, right? Probably should do Life is Strange 2 before 3 comes out. But I've heard of Life is Strange 2 kind of gets more in a lot of like political stuff. As much as I like joking about shit, I feel like it would turn into one of those kinds of conversations I'd rather not be having. We're starting to lay into stuff. And I've heard Life is Strange 2 just sucks. Yeah. I'm sure it's not really that crazy. It's one of those things like playing a shitty game that's got a lot of political stuff means I'm gonna be talking bad on it. Probably getting funky mixed messages from people that I'd rather not even bother with. Out of polite conversation, yeah. Or politely shitting on games. Critiquing. Return to anime Diddy. I want to do some, yeah, fucking weebcore games. I've thought about getting Galgun Returns. Might rent that at some point. Shoot some panties or something. Something wholesome, you know? With the kids. So far this has been alright. I mean, it's a bit, I wouldn't say repetitive, but how they've kind of like set it up in like a formula kind of gives it a feeling of repetition. 3 orbs, puzzle, 3 orbs, puzzle, 3 orbs, puzzle. Get a new power occasionally, then you have like a sweeping orchestral song while riding a fucking creature, and it's like, it's not bad. It's chill, but I don't know. I feel like going just straight up for that kind of repetition is not smart, but whatever. Yeah, it's chill. It's definitely got more mechanics than something like Journey, which I can respect. See if it amounts to much more than some basic 3D platforming. It's Blastoise. Oh god, Arceus is coming out this year too. Ugh, that's gonna be special. Oh Jesus. That fucking hat, dude. That's pretty cool. Heard Pokemon Unite was kinda as cool as that Blastoise costume is. I don't think I plan on playing that one. I haven't played a MOBA in a while. I don't know if any of you guys play any MOBAs currently. I like toities. Yes, sir. God bless. Give me your energy. Later, Average. I'll catch you later, dude. Keep the smooching on your friend to a minimum, man. You're late for your bank heist. Maybe. This has more substance than like Shape of the World. Yeah, exactly. You're both down, then I mean, you're both down. What else does it matter? We played Shape of the World a couple weeks ago. Similar kind of deal. Artsy. Definitely a bit more abstract artsy. I don't know why I call it abstract. Yeah, I guess it kind of was. But you kind of adventuring in a semi-linear way to a finale kind of journey-esque kind of deal. But that was pretty much just jumping and walking. A lot shorter though. You want like a nice like music video, it has a pretty great soundtrack. I guess I'd recommend it. It's very cheap too. But it's pretty kind of a hollow game, I guess. It's very simple. This one's simple, but at least it kind of tries to do some stuff, even if it's like a similar formula. But I guess you just kind of slow down. So like he goes quicker. Okay, he actually goes quicker based on inclines. Which is shocking. I don't know where I was really going was comparing this to Shape of the World. I mean, I just felt like I needed to say something bad about Shape of the World. I don't think it was a bad game, but I think the only reason I even found out about that game was Goda told me about the soundtrack. Shows that a soundtrack can really carry a game. It's sad when a game like underutilizes soundtracks. I mean, I get just wanting to have immersion, right? Like you don't want the shit to stand out too much, but I really do think like a soundtrack can elevate. A lot of indie shit I feel like kind of does that, right? Like there's a lot of indie games that just like it's all about the soundtrack. What is that over there? AAA though, especially from Western, you generally get a bit more movie-esque shit, where it's more of a score. I don't know. I don't like it as much. I mean, it can be good. It's not good music, man. That's so wrong. Music in this been alright. What do we got? What do we got? Feliz Jueves. Can I put this on stream? Fucking Langley, dude. Where the fuck did the Felice Hueves come from? Very important tweet. No, it was fine. Would that have made 3.3 and 4.0 better? It had that kind of tone. Spanish dub, that could be it. Dude, I wonder if there's like a Finnish dub for Evangelion. How that would be. Although I don't plan on watching Evangelion again for a long time. We've done a lot of Evangelion in the last 2 weeks. Ooh, I just fell on my ass, dude. But it would be funny. Shinji bawling and fucking Finnish. So this, do I have to like just face it? Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I won't get into specifics because I don't know what everybody's experience is right now with Evangelion, but I definitely think they were I think it's a bit overbaked. I think they're trying a little too hard to make it crazy. Yeah, like it's like one of those things, like I feel like it's very understandable, but the details are completely unintelligible. Almost by design. Like you get it on like an overarching kind of level, but fuck if I'm trying to get into the lore like at all. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. 3 and 4 were an entertaining fucking art show, but I like the original better. I just think they dropped the ball on the human side of things, man. Haven't seen Rebuild, feeling good about it. The eye candy's great. 3 and 4 look awesome. They're worth watching just for the visuals alone, but fuck, dude. There's no soul. Sorry, this game's getting loud again. I just think that Anno just, I don't know. I think he just wanted to go big. And he kind of lost, the soul of it. Because, like, the original gets a lot more into psychological stuff and the character development, how that kind of feeds into this kind of, like, meta-mech thing going on. But the rebuilds have, like, no emotion, no character stuff. It is not like some kind of weird character study on any of them. It's mostly glossed over. It's really just like a hollow kind of Hollywood thing. I think that's a lot of it, Arson. I mean, fucking hell, dude. Rebuilds are just it's like he like self-inserts his wife into the fucking thing. He like fucking destroys the other characters essentially. They have no fucking time to shine or learn about their character, but he has time to throw in like a self-insert for his wife. The glasses girl's supposed to be a self-insert for his wife. And while she's cool on a very surface level, it's like more screen time that everybody else doesn't get. And something that's already rushed. With a very little me. I don't know. I watched the original right before we watched the rebuild, so it's very bizarre. The rebuilds probably seem neat if you're like have forgotten about the originals and the focus on the psychological kind of emotional shit. But man, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you pretty much asked that for 4 movies, right? Yeah, I liked end of Evangelion. Yeah, I mean, really, to watch rebuilds, it's. I mean, you just do it for the eye candy, just because it's interesting. I don't think it completes the experience like some people talk about. Guess he's got a good one, yeah. Yeah, she goes like bestial, like primal mode, essentially. Yeah, beastal mode. Beastal mode. Oh, can I? Oh, okay. It was weird I could only do it like behind that. Yeah, I was getting like a vibe that he was like, I don't want to say self-inserting as Shinji by the end of it all, but kind of bizarre. I don't know. I've heard that the 4.0 had a very troubled dev time, or dev time, Jesus, I play. Let's make fucking video games. Production time. Yeah, the introspective episodes. I mean, even just the pace, man. Like, in the first 2 movies, they just, like, cut most of the school stuff. A lot of that stuff is, like, huge for the characters. Like, all that slow kind of stuff that helps you, like, understand how bad Shinji kind of has it. What Asuka's about. I mean, some of Rei's shit. Like, it's just not there. And, like, it's very pretty, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, soulless. Completely soulless. I appreciate that 3 and 4 try to do something really different, but yeah, it's definitely a case of overbaked, losing the plot kind of thing. Definitely kind of lost what was good about Evangelion. Like, who's watching Evangelion just for like some Doctor Strange wacky pack visuals? Like, yeah, there's some pretty crazy visuals in like the end of the originals, but like for the most part, other than the monsters, it's not really like an art show. Or at least that's not everything. I mean, I thought I was watching fucking Gurren Lagann half the time, dude. I keep hitting the wrong button. Which, I mean, I guess it is made by a lot of the same people. Yeah, that was the thing, is like, I really wanted to learn more lore after watching the original. But man, I just could not have that same interest after the rebuilds. Yeah, exactly. It's neat, and I feel like they presented the mystery really well in the first one. Not really well, but it was better than the rebuilds. It's paced slower. You learn things over time, where the rebuilds kind of like front load a lot of it, and then just fill the rest of the fucking movies up with exposition and new concepts that don't get explained, right? Dude, I don't know. Sorta? I don't want to get like spoiler either, but I mean it's different. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, the first two movies are pretty much the original show in a very bullet point kind of way, with some differences, but when you get into the last two movies, it's a very different turn, and I can't tell. There's clearly not that much thought into the lore. They say a lot of things, but with very little, I feel like, as a thought it put into it. So it's hard to tell. And I can't tell how much of it's trying to be meta, also. I don't know. They just don't really do a good job of setting up any kind of lore in general. I don't know if it's exactly that they dropped the original outside a few like funny, funky lines. It's more that there's no meat. It literally, I mean, there's literally scenes where they just talk and just introduce new things happening, just in rapid fire, and that's it. That's all you'll ever see of it. It's kind of just like to almost, I don't want to say shock you, but kind of overload you on purpose, and it's kind of bizarre. Yeah. Yeah, it's odd. I would recommend watching them if the original series is fresh in your mind. I think it's a really good comparison of soulless. It's a good example of it, where it's just glitz and glamour over fucking like substance and shit. I don't know, and that kind of thing's fine on its own, but I don't think Evangelion is the series for that, right? Boom. Jesus. When I get to this one. No, you have to get the juice. Getting the juice kind of takes a bit though. You don't have to get that orb. I'm sure the other zones you don't have to get every single orb. Yeah, that's my thing, dude. You get subverting expectations a lot in the Western... A lot of Western stuff nowadays. Like the new Star Wars movies and like The Last of Us 2 and shit like that. I'm not saying it's like all Western stuff, but it's definitely a more popular trend in the West to try to do like, yeah, subversion. I mean, that just feels like it feels like a fucking gimmick, man. Good novelty, and not even a novelty, just kind of like a gimmicky thing. And yeah, I'd rather just have something good at that point. I mean, there's good like uses of subversion, of course, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this feels like, I mean, gimmicky. Like a cheap pull for emotion kind of thing. Yeah, for sure. To me, it's like when they just kill off random characters just for a cheap drama pull, right? Or like a new work kills an old character. It just feels like a shitty excuse for not being able to write something better that just works. Like, let's cannibalize a better work, you know, that somebody put some thought into, and see if we can, you know, eventually get a leg up by using that. Like, or even in your own stories. Like, it's like, you know, I was talking about, well, I'm not gonna mention it, but endings that are like, you have to leave all your friends behind kind of endings. Like, but there's like no reason for it kind of thing. I guess that's not subverting your expectations, but it feels kind of like a hollow, just here's like a cheap pull to try to make you feel emotional. Like if it just feels like something there's no reason for, no explanation. I don't know. I guess some people fall, I don't say fall for it, but that kind of shit turns me off. If there's a reason to have those kind of like bittersweet endings, then absolutely, but like, I don't know. I feel like too often there's just like these funky forced moments. Stories just to get like a cheap fucking pull out of you. In place of something that's a bit more thought out. That's kind of how like weird subverting bullshit is for me. The new Star Wars movies are a great example. Yeah, for sure. It's not a crime if I see what's coming next. Yeah. Like it's spoiled, like a twist or surprise or something's good or something unconventional. Like it's totally fine, but like there's still execution to think about. Like I don't know. That's why I say it's gimmicky, right? That's a gimmick. Like it doesn't matter how well it's done. It's because it's a gimmicky thing that people get into. Think like, you know, with like the Wii or something, right? Like the quality of a lot of the games they're releasing is like bad, but because it's gimmicky at the time, it keeps people interested. But that kind of thing goes down once people are over gimmicks as like objectively something bad or soulless or like hollow. And that's just how, I don't know, stupid subversion for the sake of like a cheap gimmick is. Like they can't write something decent, so they use subversion. Or cheap fucking drama. That'll have a lasting impact, yeah. I mean, it can be absolutely, you know, something that gets people interested or can turn into something really cool. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like novelty. And I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with gimmicks. But, yeah. You don't got any other meat, man. I feel like, unless you're a fucking asshat. Or it's like really fucking crazy gimmick. Then, I mean, yeah, not gonna have lasting impact. Like Game of Thrones kind of made like that was the whole thing, right? I don't know if I want to say it's subversive. It was like untraditional that they'd kill a lot of people off, but that started to be like their norm. But like for the most part, at least in early Game of Thrones, that kind of stuff, even if it was like expected, like they would kind of surprise you with like random kills and shit. But still had enough characters and like build up to it to make it fine. It didn't feel super cheap until later that starts getting gimmicky, but your whole story hinges on them, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I guess in a like a game sense, focusing on a gimmick for like something, it's not like it's wrong. It just doesn't. I mean, it just might not end up being, I don't know, something that's, I'll say have shelf life or that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of just riding around now. DDLC, yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, the jump scare like horror game? You know, jump scare movies, horror games, is it that same kind of feel? Where it's kind of like a lowbrow, easy reaction, right? I think it's in the same vein as like Subversion and cheap drama pulls, right? Like it doesn't take a shitload of skill to make like a jump scare, right? Compared to being scared sheerly through atmosphere and ouch. And just like, I don't know, story and just stuff you see, right? So it feels kind of like one of those like cheap things. I'm just sorry, I'm just fucking rambling. Yeah, DDLC for sure. I don't know. I mean, DDLC is like, that's something to think about too, though. Like with gimmicks, if you're the only thing with the gimmick, I guess you have like a longer shelf life. Shelf life's not the right word to use. Like, I wouldn't say DDLC is like super unique, but you don't see a lot of clones of it, so it still kind of has like a unique kind of novelty to it. But yeah, I mean, if there was like 1,000 DDLCs, what about DDLC is like actually, you know, what is there beyond its gimmick? It's like not really a whole fucking lot, right? I guess that's the whole thing, right? What is there beyond the gimmick? What is there beyond Subversion? What is there beyond, you know, that kind of shit? And if there's nothing else, then it's bad, right? Otherwise, it's just a tool. Like, if there's more to your story, I guess, than like just the Subversion, just the gimmicks, then it's just a part of it. A lot of VNs are sold on that, though. Like, gimmicks and novelty shit. What are some other examples? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's not successful or it can't be used. I don't know. I just... Uchikoshi stuff. Yeah. That's kind of what I mean, though, is there's more than just the gimmicks, right? Like, old Uchikoshi stuff has, like you could get it. That's what I was saying. I feel like it's a hook, right? Like, the gimmicks and the novelty in his old stuff is kind of like the hook. Like, that there's the puzzles or the, like, time loops or something. But, like, there's good characters and interesting, like, atmosphere and thriller story behind it, usually. I guess that's kind of what I mean. I feel like it's totally fine to use subversion and gimmicks. It's just like, especially as a hook, but like, is that all there is, right? I don't know. I feel like, what's gimmicky about Uchikoshi stuff, though? Or subversive? Oh, the ends. I see what you mean. You just kind of mean like his big twists or something? The end. The end of Uchikoshi. Yeah. I'm just trying to paint him in the same light right now. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything, I'm just... I mean, obviously it's like not the same level of gimmick, but... I don't know, I just feel like Uchikoshi, it's like... He's got novelty, he's got gimmicks and little things he'll like center the story around, but it's not... Okay, you mean the placement of it. Are you talking about the meta ship? As a gimmick? Okay. I didn't. Sorry, we've kept fucking jumping between shit. I don't know if we were talking about like subversion or like what a game's being sold on or how hollow it is. I've been fucking jumping around so much. I'm fucking losing the plot here. It's one of those weird things to like formulate. But with DDLC, it's like there's not much beyond the gimmick, beyond the like endgame meta shit, right? Like it's all about the surprise, your expectations are subverted. Or I feel like with Ichikoshi, like there's big twists and stuff, and like people do like some of those like big meta type of deals, but I don't know. I just feel like with Ichikoshi's old stuff, there's more to it, is kind of my thing. That's the whole point. Like he has more going on, at least in his good shit, than like DDLC does beyond the gimmicks. He wants time shit. We want the timey-wimey shit. Well, as I'm talking, I'm trying to figure out how exactly I feel and about gimmicks and subversion and what I define as both of those while everybody else talk about something and playing this fucking game. So I'm in 20 different lands at once right now. I don't know. Pretty much bottom line for me is I just think that your game's totally, or story's totally sold on just like one little gimmick or novelty. I don't know. I don't think I don't think it's good, but I don't like that kind of stuff as much. I mean, it's fun in DDLC, right? That's all it is at the end of the day. I mean, fucking DDLC is not like some fucking high art, man. I mean, you play it as a gimmick game. Or like, I couldn't really recommend like 999 as a gimmick game. It has some hooks for sure that are maybe gimmicky and something, but yeah. I'm not trying to like like say somebody's wrong here either. I'm just trying to, it's an interesting comparison. Because Ichikoshi has usually a lot of novel stuff, right? Where does the novelty start and like gimmicks begin and shit? Or something. Yeah, I mean characters, nice just fucking plot beats. Something that feels like it's been fleshed out beyond just a one-time little gimmick. I mean, on Second Man, isn't that You could say it kind of has like little gimmick novelty thing going on, but it's so fleshed out. It goes way beyond just being like a cheap. I don't know. I guess gimmicks. It just feels like maybe it's like a thoughtless thing. It's like a one little creative flick, like a little flame, right? And that's it. Or like something that's like novel, or something that's like a lot of meat behind it, and a lot of that goes beyond just being a gimmick. I don't know. I feel like that's the mark of something better. I'm all fucking sorts of 20 different places right now thinking about it. Getting pretentious, probably. I just think it's an interesting thing to chit chat about, though. Limit. I don't know who Limit is. Did they like patch WoW or something? I'm sure they fixed it. What are some other examples of like gimmicky games or VNs or something? I feel like Subversion and gimmicks are different, but they're in the same kind of vein. I think that's where I'm kind of getting fucking wonky. It's like short-term, low effort, but like big game kind of things, right? Like you get a quick burst of like people interested and people like whoa, but like it doesn't last. Right? Same idea. I guess not the same exact thing. Corpse Party. Corpse Party's gimmicky. Maybe. It's pretty upfront about being like a horror thing. Shallow, yeah. Maybe subversive. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's subversive. It's pretty obvious people are gonna die. Yeah, it's been remade quite a few times, the horror RPG Maker game. Is that what we're getting at with all this fucking roundabout talk? Is subversion, shit like jump scares, gimmicks, are just shallow? And we don't want our games to just be shallow, our stories to just be shallow. I feel like that's kind of it, right? It's just that you see a lot of shit sell big or get a lot of talk for being shallow, and that's kind of sad. Yes. I feel like that's probably the way to explain it. I just think all of that is kind of shallow. Or just violence for violence, right? It's not that that can't be entertaining or fun. I think it's shallow. Yeah, I think that's it. We cracked the code. We've solved something that's been well solved before. Meanwhile, I'm playing this game. I barely even like noticed the zone I was just in. Autopilot, dude. I do want some time shit though. This one's right. Or something just like a surreal mood. Nah. Something more focused on the concept maybe of the timey shit. I don't know exactly. Something darker. Maybe I want something surreal with timey-wimey. I don't know what I fucking want. Something fucking meta, something big, something good. Anything besides cute cat girls and Nekopara? I played like 4 or 5 hours the first one. Yeah, maybe it's not exactly that I want timey-wimey. That I want something out of the box that's good. I'm just saying timey-wimey because I don't know how else I want to say it. I don't know. The 4 or 5 hours I played of one of the Nekoparas was very nothing. Shadow Hearts, yeah. Those are on the list. I've heard good things. I think Airage and Ripper have played a fair bit of them. KDkill, yeah. There's a lot of Nekopara games. I'm not sure if there's much else to it though. I'm not sure if they're like good romances or if it's just fan service. I know there's a lot of titty. You do the uncensored ones. But I don't know, man. Call me a loser, but I don't. Cute anime girls just for the sake of being cute is. I want something a little bit meatier in my VN. The Nekopara just seems like that. It's like yeah, kind of shallow. I don't know. I'd have to read them, but I don't know if it gets by purely just on art style or not style, but well-drawn, cute girls, or if there's like really something to it. Cause I could probably go read a fucking story that's got cute girls that actually is fucking some depth. Do. Where are we going? I'm not sure here. Yeah, I'm familiar with KDkill. Where I'm supposed to play it. What did that do? Like I got like a double jump or something. It's fun to think about. What other gimmicky VNs would there be? I feel like it's harder for a VN to be gimmicky as much, right? It's a lot easier for like a game to be gimmicky. Like DDLC is gimmicky because it's short enough to kind of have like a gimmick. A one thing that happens, sorta. Right? And its entire story is like based around it. Like most VNs, I mean, it's all controlled in relatively the same way. There's not really much playing with like your computer system bullshit. Like, not like a lot of room for a gimmick. A few endings in a JRPG. As long as it's quick to get them all. Or is there just like a one you get? I don't know. This is why I need to like format my fucking beat list with a bunch of info, tags and shit. I can't even like just look through my list for all the VNs. Cause it's just fucking alphabetical, somewhat alphabetical, that's it. Whew. The list. It's just sometimes I want to like look through the list and like actually pick shit out. Sometimes it's some of those smaller, more forgettable titles. Like, I mean, you forget them, so. I need ways to remind myself. I am tired all of a sudden. It's like caffeine crash or something. Jesus. I think it's easier for like a game to be gimmicky because the control, like input, and like it could be like physically with the controls, or it can be like, you know, some way you interact with the game, where I just don't think there's enough ways that you interact with the VN to have like a gimmick, like a really big gimmick. Like, yeah, narratively, DDLC's like got meta stuff. No, it's fun to think about. I don't know. I don't have any other real good ones. See what I do have though. Heartburn. Jesus. It's because I've pretty much eaten nothing today. I don't know if you guys get that heartburn when you don't eat like anything. It's probably because all there is like just acid. Maybe it's the coffee though. Where's the next orb? Oop. What does this do? It's just like a little fast travel. Oop. We already got that orb. Where's the next one? Oh. Kind of shows you them, huh? Oh, there's one. Baba is you, yeah. So that's kind of what I mean, is like, I feel like when we use gimmick, it's like, it's the same thing as kind of like a novelty or like a hook, but just the amount of meat behind it. I don't know. The amount of something like more. Because like Baba's you really fleshes out the gimmick. And like fully realizes it. It's not just like a cheap thing. I guess it's still a gimmick. But I don't know. Maybe that's just like personal definitions. Like I would say that Baba is you is like novel. And maybe novel to me is just a more respectful way to say fucking gimmick. Because it's fresh, it's unique, but it's like fully realized. Where a gimmick to me is something that I feel like is, it's pretty much just like a cute little fucking idea with like nothing behind it. But I guess it's still gimmicky. Trying to think of a game that I would consider just gimmicky and like a very shallow, like, you know, something very shallow that's still good. Probably something very short, right? That doesn't need to go beyond being a gimmick. It knows it's a short gimmick kind of thing, small gimmick thing. Yeah, it's one of those hard things to, when you really fucking think about it. Because it kind of rubs shoulders with so many other words that I would use all the time. Telepathic communication. Yeah. Fucking leave language behind, dude. We'll just fucking just send feelings. Oh, I'd be assaulted by like weird feet shit from Guardian. Be fucking assaulting my brain. I can have like a firewall. Do I have like a telepathic firewall? Yeah, the problem is a lot of it's the language, right? That's where I end up having a lot of, I won't say issues, but where I'll start to ramble. It's like I know what kind of feel I'm going for. It's like putting it into like words that accurately describe what I'm fucking thinking about it is kind of the weird part. Or maybe I just ramble. I think a lot of it's I end up figuring out what I think about something while I'm fucking talking. So it's a lot of this fucking circular rambling shit. I feel like it's a little different because, yeah, I think I just don't know what I think of the word gimmick. The limits of language. It's true though. It's like when you find a word, you're like, oh shit. And then you hear that word and it like, boom, just a bunch of thoughts click together, right? Like when you see like one of those funky like German words that kind of encapsulates like a feeling you have. Wittgenstein, yeah. Well, I guess because language just formulates, puts form a bit more to like something you're feeling, right? So if you don't have like good language, it's harder to like maybe sift through your feels, your emotions and shit. Is that what we're going for? I'm probably, somebody gonna come here like, this is the most pretentious person on Twitch right now. I try not to be, but I'm just fucking interested. I don't know. Well, it's pretentious. By no means do I think I got some answer to anything. Armchair philosophy. That's maybe pretentious. It's not the word. Feelings and emotions can't accurately be portrayed by language. Yeah. I mean, I guess they just can't, really. I don't know. It's not. I don't want to say it's apples and oranges. That's a fucking horrible comparison. I mean, they can sort of, but it's like it can never be one-to-one, right? Because it's just such a different base level kind of thing, right? Like maybe you could get close, but like emotions and shit are such a formless, just feel a bunch of fucking wacky chemicals and whatever the fuck. Like how do you like put that into like a very specific word, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll create some god language, man. With millions of bazillions of words to describe these perfectly specific feelings and emotions. How do I get over there now, though? Do I have to put like another... Oh no! Oh no. So I could do this. I forgot this would hit. I really forgot, but I wasn't paying attention. Language could be broken down into base components. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Is it's more of like a formless, just kind of amalgamation. To me, it's just they're very different, right? It's too different. Now I'm trying to fucking explain how a feeling feels. Right? I mean, a feeling, you don't have like a, like you can't even put that into words very well. I don't know. I don't want to say something ambiguous compared to something very specific. And those two things can't like perfectly... I'm getting way too fucking meta in my fucking mind right now. I'm thinking about funky shit, right? I'm playing, thank God I'm playing a very simple game. Jesus. it's like, you know, when you're feeling like angry or something, it's a more simple, more understandable, or maybe it's just more something that easier to focus on. Like there's a lot going on when you're angry, but it's like, just think of how many mixes of like emotions and every little thing you got going on at the same time. Like even right now, just like a neutral, just like you're not doing anything kind of deal. You still have like a feel, right? Like there's just part of like how comfy I am, or just how engaged I am in something. There's so much fucking going on at once. It's like, how do you like get that mix, that like cocktail of like so many fucking things, like that you normally just wouldn't even like, I feel like, notice or think about. Like how would you describe even that kind of like almost subconscious like thing, like in words, right? I don't know, it's fucking bizarre. I'm trying to think about it. Like right now, me just sitting here, how would I even, what am I feeling in my words, bro? Yeah, like it's like comfy, but there's like so much more going on, right? Technically. I guess I'm trying to like think about what the fuck you were just talking about there. I guess we like simplify emotions too much, maybe? Like it's easy to say we're just having all, like I'm just sad right now or something. But there's so much combo going at once. A lot more complex than I guess a simple word can ever really describe it. Déconfie. The armchair philosopher. No, by no means. I mean, it's one of those things, like, it's not like it's some futile deal. I feel like, I mean, it's kind of necessary. Yeah, I don't think you ever have like full understanding. I mean, obviously, just to even be like a human, you got to be able to like conversing and trying to express yourself and formulate it. I mean, helps you figure yourself out, can talk to others and do all sorts of fucking, I mean, super important. I just don't think, yeah, you could ever, at one time, how you're feeling, put into words every single fucking possible combination of emotions and things going on, right? Accurately, like perfectly into words. It just doesn't, it's not one-to-one like that. I mean, really, what would be? At that point, I mean, that goes for almost anything, right? I mean, you just have to be able to essentially shoot fucking your feeling or your thought into like fucking people. That's a spooky thought, though. Would you want to have like your exact emotional state be perceived by somebody else? Would that just like override them, or are they just gonna explode? Jack in. But even that's fucking hard to explain. Because I feel like, I mean, any emotional state you're in is also dictated by, like, you know, like what I had for fucking, you know, lunch, or memories, or, you know, my life experiences. Can you just, would you be able to just ascend the feel without the meat? Like, I don't know. Now we're getting into it. Maybe we're not quite that complicated. It'd be interesting to learn about that kind of like shit. The brain works and all the chemicals and shit. Just how complicated of emotions and little stuff like that can be, or if it's a lot more simple than I give it credit for. The AT field, yeah, turn me to fucking goop. It's just interesting, yeah. I mean, clearly, way smarter people who've thought way more about this shit have gone into it, but that doesn't mean it's not worth talking about for shit. Yeah, if I come across as some armchair philosopher, pretentious fuck. Oh, maybe I'm the only one worried about that. Maybe, but I mean, it's wrong to like chit chat about it. It's interesting. We need to learn from somebody a bit more. Thought about that kind of stuff a little bit more. Delved into it, like, you know, either research or just, I don't know, philosophy. I don't know what you want to call it. Because it's one of those things that's kind of a hard concept to grasp, right? I mean, even just like human limitations, right? Like, how do you like kind of, I mean, like really like even put like under, can even understand exactly ever what's like, truly going on? The noggin. I mean, I guess like scientifically and shit you could, but I guess I'm trying to say, could you put it into words if you didn't ever fully understand it in the first place? Like, it's not just that language couldn't do it, it's that I don't think humans could physically ever, even with the power of like some really strong language, maybe even like fully, I mean, I guess that's the point, is that we would never be able to create a language that could fully like one-to-one emotions, because we're just not like capable of understanding it that much. I don't know. I mean, scientifically it's different, right? I mean, that's like talking about how your brain works and shit, but just putting it into like a, yeah, it is pretty powerful. I mean, we're talking about like 100% accuracy, but yeah, that shit's pretty powerful. I wish I had more German words. I think that's one of my things. Too much fucking slang and shit. I'm always looking up words, but half the time I don't incorporate them into my fucking anything I'm talking about. I just curse. Not that I have any issues with cursing a lot, but time to learn German, dudes. What was that German word for enjoying seeing someone eating shit? Or like enjoying, like, kind of, sort of, the misfortune of others. Kind of thing, right? Schadenfreude, yeah, that's what it was. Schadenfreude, Schadenfreude. It's a fun word. No, that's why that kind of thing's fun to talk about. It's kind of similar, like finding a word that like encapsulates what you're feeling. Just chit-chatting about random shit, kind of, I don't know. Me kind of gives like form to some shit that I've not really, like I've thought or felt about, but not really put the words. I am a rambling man, I guess. Fuck. Why does it just turn off? Why does it not like go all the way into the ledge? It just kind of cuts off when you get close to a ledge. I don't know if it cuts off to try to make sure you can like grab on or what. Like, I'm not letting go, it just kind of cuts it. It's fucking weird. Images. I think an image But see, then you get stuff like, I mean, what was it, like Rorschach test or whatever, where people see things differently, so they're gonna get like different feelings from it. Is there an image that's like everybody could perceive in the same way and get the same feeling from? I don't know. I feel like images are something that have very subjective. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know if you just mean like images as a way to convey an emotion accurately. I just feel like there's too many ways people interpret images differently. I don't know if it's specific enough. It's like with art, right? Like people, like with art, like abstract art, you know? They see something different in it, and that's like on account of like their experiences and what they're feeling and shit. Like almost painting a different picture. Like somebody sees a fucking banana, or you know, somebody thinks of it like it's something more sad or something. I don't know. I think images are too ambiguous, could be interpreted too differently. Like there's obvious shit, like somebody's like crying or like big stuff, but something like a very complicated set of emotions. Maybe they can better convey a feeling, but there's room for interpretation, so what's the point? Yeah. Now we're talking about art. Fucking thinking, now I'm starting thinking about fucking art. Maybe that's what art is. Trying to express things that can't be expressed easy enough, so trying to find ways to do it or something. I mean, for some people it is. A way to try to express complex, maybe emotions in place of language or something. There's like games like I try to make me feel a certain kind of fun. There's a bit more tactile, like real mechanical shit behind it, but that doesn't mean that they can't give you that same kind of response, right? Where's my 100% feeling accurate art? Yeah, do we have a picture like that? Here you go, dude. What feeling are you guys getting from seeing our dude Sonny right now? What do you guys see in this image? Feeling dread, terror? Yeah. I'm feeling intimidated for sure. But slightly aroused, actually. I don't know, that's kind of what I mean though. Is like, could we ourselves like physically be able to, outside of just like being able to one-to-one just fucking jack into brains, even then, like, could you ever really accurately 100% convey like a feeling? Like, do we even have like the brain pad, that the capability? Is that one of those things that's just like beyond us? I mean, maybe we're just, maybe 1,000 years from now we watch a stream like this was a weak human. Dude, we can do that easy now. It's one of those things like understanding like scale, right? Like those gigantic suns that are like millions of times larger than like the Earth. We can't like understand that, right? Like just physically it is like truly to understand that kind of scale. You can kind of think you do, but like you don't like truly know that scale. Like as a human, it's just you're not gonna be able to do it. Like maybe we could if we're somehow like I guess it would be possible. Like if we interacted with that kind of thing on the daily. That's the idea, though. They're just shit as of now outside our capability, and I feel like even maybe making a medium, like right now, like you could never actually do it. Something else has to give outside of just being able to like pretty much fucking brain hack. Upload into the AI network, dude, with the puppet master and shit. That'd be something. I will say, if there was a way to 100% like accurately convey an emotion, I feel like a bit of the, I don't want to say, God, it is really pretentious, but the beauty of some stuff, like certain art and all that, and that ambiguity and like how people interpret shit would be kind of gone. Would we all be wearing white robes at that point and like homogenized as fuck? We're getting the law ending of fucking of an SMT game. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out the purpose of shit like art, other than just doing it for shit. I don't know if being able to fully 100% always understand your neighbor and shit would kind of like take a dump on anything, or if it would make it better. And what problem? I guess I'm trying to say, what problems would that cause? I mean, not having any misunderstandings and shit would be pretty good. I guess it would depend on how freely you'd be able to do it. Like if you're brain jacking, essentially. Like if you just got the full brain jack, no matter what. I guess it's kind of like Evangelion, right? Like the good and the bad, it might not be better than just having that blissful ignorance. Realism is the death of art. I think that was Hitchcock, yeah. And whether he meant it on the same level we were talking about, I don't know, but I guess even in a simple way, that's could be true, right? Like trying to imitate reality instead of trying to do something different or creative or abstract or whatever the fuck. Like, isn't that kind of like the point of art, to put things in a certain light or convey things that you can't do through normal means, like walking around and shit? Like if everything was exactly the same in art as it is outside of art, then yeah, it's like might as well not have art. I guess in a really extreme way, that's true. I'm sure there's a bit more subtlety or nuance or whatever the word is to that his thought there. I'm getting fucking hungry as shit too. I'm not eating in quite a long time. I don't really have anything easy outside of some fucking Honey Nut Cheerios. We should just all return to Monkey, man. Blissful ignorance, dude. Yeah, take me all the way back, baby. I wonder how many people would, though, prefer to be, you know, you get people like who joke around like, I wish I was like a dog or something. Like, just kind of be like ignorantly bliss or simple. I wonder how many, like, on average, like, people, if you could just like do that, would go for it. Like, just kind of give up, like, you know. I think it's one of those things that'd be hard for anybody to ever understand, right? Like giving up your intelligence, your agency, your It's one of those things like it's hard to understand something you've probably never been, right? I mean, I wouldn't want to be a fucking dog. It's one of those things that somebody would probably latch on to the idea of like being able to be innocent, kind of like happy all the time. But I feel like the loss of everything else, man, I don't know. I don't know. That's why it'd be interesting to see. I feel like more people than you think would be willing to. I guess it wouldn't have to be like you turn out like a fucking dog either. Like, turn people into veggies essentially, right? Like blissful veggies. It's the same thing as like, you know, those cyberpunk things or something where they just give you happy pills, right? Where you become like dumber but you're like always happy kind of deal. Like that kind of like freedom and intelligence, like losing it, is it worth just getting that? Like being happy, like that's one of those interesting things. I think a lot of people would probably do it. A monk? Yeah, I guess so. Essentially just like, yeah, turning off like a bunch of shit like Return the monkey, monkey monk. You could be a monkey who's a monk. I'm just like running around now. I actually need to like a little less autopilot. Now they're all over here. I'll take a piss too. Maybe when my brother gets back, we'll go grab a little food. Although I'm enjoying the conversation, so I'd rather not really take a break. The fuck am I looking right now? Oh, I see. Where I want to be? I'm gonna take a quick piss and see if there's any food in the kitchen I can just whip up real quick, and then we'll continue. Might have got too many carrots. Anybody else like baby carrots? A little bit sweeter and shit. They're nice. Nice little snack. Although when you get like a surprise one like this, it's like sour or bitter. It's like, ugh. Oops. I see now. I don't know if I should mention what I was just thinking about. It's one of those things like, it'll just be me kind of talking. Oh my ass. I don't have enough of like a thought about it. I guess it doesn't stop me up. Thinking about like ascension. I think I need to look up the legitimate word for that, because when you see like a video game or a story or something, ascension is usually some kind of like physical transcendent, maybe transcendent something, like a different plane or something. But it's like just being able to like no, that's not what I'm thinking of. Transcending ascension is, I guess, something that's used for like, you know, like wacky sci-fi where people go beyond their like bodies or whatever. Enlightenment. Usually in like a corporeal, what is it? Corporeal? Or physical form. Like giving up your physical form and moving to like the 4D realm or something. But what would it be if you could just like what we were talking about? Be able to completely understand like the inner workings of your brain at any moment, but not just have it be some kind of like actually like put it into like a word kind of thing. Not a word per se, but something else. Would you just be like really smart? Or is that like a form of like ascension or something? That's kind of a sci-fi thing though. That's not like a real thing. Like what is the example of something ascending beyond like our plane? Like that's a sci-fi thing. I guess that would be kind of that, yeah. Becoming machines or something. Be kind of a transcendence or whatever. I guess I was just kind of thinking about the word in relation to what we were blabbing about. Would you guys be willing to give up your bodies? I mean, I guess it's hard to say, right? It'd be the context. How awesome would being a machine be? This is like a raw upgrade. You know, what's the catch? But there's people out there who probably say no matter what, they would never do it. I don't know. I think I'd become a cat girl. Yeah. I think like uploading yourself to the internet or something like that. It's one of those things I'd be willing to think about. I also think it's one of those things. I'm saying giving up your human body for any reason. Like completely. Some people would just probably say no. What am I doing over here? Oh, is this just the combo? Yeah, I would definitely entertain the idea myself. I mean, I've always said that I'd be willing to do some kind of like augmentation or something. Problem would be like cost and the risk, because I don't know, like hacking or something. But I would be like not completely against it. I would just want like safety. Actually, don't remember the order. Seven CD. Yeah, I would definitely consider it. See, it's one of those things like, you know, a 20-year-old guy with plenty to live for, no issues, right? Might say I would never give up any of that to, you know, just a jack into the internet or something. But somebody like 70s, 80s, you know, death's door, not much left, body feeling, it's one of those things like, tune would probably change a bit. I mean, I guess you could say that's kind of like an emergency or something. I mean, of course, people get like prosthetics and shit, but I'm talking like full shebango. I guess you'd have to have a lot more resolve in the face of like dying to say no to essentially. I mean, I imagine if you uploaded yourself to the internet, it'd be pretty much, I mean, more or less the ability to live forever, possibly. Like, right now, you know, physically, I can't live forever. I guess if you were in the internet, unless the internet legitimately has some kind of death time possible, like, for sure, no matter what. Like, could it? I mean, the internet just die, sure, but, like, it doesn't have, like, a hard limit that, you know, you can quantify. Well, yeah, that's what I mean, Dyson. It's theoretically possible you live forever, but something would happen, right? It's like how they say, if you're immortal, it would suck, because what if somebody buried you 5,000 feet underground, and you're immortal and you're just fucking sitting there, right? Like, it's possible it could happen. You're immortal, but it's like, you're still fucked, you know? Same kind of shit. Like, things could happen. You could get deleted, sure, but... Topic of immortality? Yeah, see, that's the problem. But who knows? I mean, see, it would depend on the context, right? Because it could be like soul hackers shit, or like SMT2 shit. We're uploading yourself, or like Soma, right? Or you like upload yourself to the internet, or whatever, and it's just like a virtual human existence, right? And that might suck to be immortalized in. But like, if it was something a bit more abstract, where you kind of lost those human concepts and you kind of just more existed, like maybe immortality wouldn't seem like a bad thing. I don't know what plane of existence you have to live on where immortality would start actually seeming like something you'd really want. Like, and that, you know, you couldn't. I mean, if there was an off switch to immortality at any time, then anybody would do it. I think the concept that usually gets people wacky is that at some point you'd want to die, but you couldn't. DSC Ray, dude. Kino, yeah. Big thonks and DSC Ray. Uh-oh, man. Rideless is in here. Redlos is drinking right now. We're doing the kinds of conversations that might set him off. We're talking about a lot of crazy random deep shit. We've been going off on some pretty fucking wild trains. Interesting shit, and somehow it keeps turning into, keeps linking me to other thoughts. I think it started about us talking about gimmicks, and what was the beginning of this conversation? It was gimmicks and subversive shit in media. And then somehow it's turned into disgusting immortality and the willingness to give up your body. And what kind of like perception would you truly have? Like, I don't know how, like, what I was trying to say was how different would the human experience have to be that you'd be willing to actually, like, straight up live forever? I mean, it just depends on how it would feel to be uploaded to the internet, right? If you essentially ascended in some kind of weird, like, different form, or if, like I said, you were just kind of like, yeah, like a soma, we were just a human online. Like, I wouldn't want to be immortal if I was just soma online, right? Because you're still just living out that same human existence with the issues, yeah, with like the decay of your mind or whatever. But if you're some kind of like, you'd have to pretty much not have like normal consciousness, right? I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. I mean, at that point, it's like, does it even matter? You're just some kind of like formless thing in the internet. Transcend, you know. I guess it's impossible for me to really like picture how to be uploaded to like the internet. Part machine, yeah. Warhammer. Be one of those fucking wacky priests, dude. Concept of the soul. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing though, is like, what, I mean, essentially, how do you like, to preserve the mind, you have to create like a fucking internet version of like just the human brain, which it's not like it's the end all be all, right? Like, change a few things about the brain, break a few walls down, and at that point you're not even like you anymore. You're like, everything's changed, right? I mean, you wouldn't be able to preserve just your personality at that point. Like, if we could just like fucking crank our brains an extra 6,000%, like at that point you're gonna completely like change, right? You're on a fundamental level. Like, our limitations and shit kind of create us and our personalities and shit. I don't really believe in that there's some kind of separate personality you have from your mind, exactly, right? Like, would you have to like emulate a brain or something? What happens when you like fucking juice it a bit? Like, I would change your personality, right? I don't think it would just be a simple like, I'm slightly smarter now. Maybe if in very small quantities, but or amounts, but some kind of evolution. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. And at that point, whether you'd be willing to be immortal or not, you probably might have a different idea. I mean, because at that point, you're just gonna have a different like understanding of everything, you know? Just work in a different way. I guess I'm trying to say, is there ever a point you'd ever, as long as you're still a somewhat conscious being, not like actually want to be immortal. Who knows? That's so far out of my fucking obviously ability to think about, but I don't know what the fuck's going on in this game, dude. There's not much in the way of a story. Which has made it easy to talk during. There's little blips here and there, like you can find, that have like a sentence or two, and I've kind of glossed over some of it. But it's essentially, I mean, imagine just you journeying. We'll find out by the end. Can be a bit, I'll say repetitive or formulaic sometimes, because it is just like one area where you get a couple of orbs, do a puzzle, then you go to the next one, but it's chill, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been more or less tuned out for the last couple hours on it. Yeah, it's been alright. It tries to have a few more mechanics and a bit more interactivity than, say, like Journey, right? Where it's much more about the spectacle and the pacing. Like, this isn't as fun of like an exploration kind of experience kind of thing. But it tries to make up for it with more gameplay, so yeah, you just wander around, simple mechanics, simple little puzzles. You can, you know, there's a percentage on each area. It's on Game Pass. It's not bad. It's smooth where it wants to be, but it is simple. I think, like I said, the biggest problem so far is that the formula can kind of feel repetitive when you start to kind of look at it. Like I said, the 3 orbs and the puzzle in the next area after you ride on a big creature is kind of lame after a bit. But it's kind of mixed it up actually just recently, so maybe that's not going to hold. It does have that, like, you know, emotional swelling, orchestral, Journey-esque type of thing going on. I just feel like it's unfair maybe to me keep comparing it to Journey. I mean, clearly it's going for like a kind of similar feeling, but trying to have it be a bit more gamey. There's a bit more puzzle platformy shit, but the aesthetics, some of the minimalism on the story and shit's like very reminiscent of Journey. Shit like Rhyme or Shape of the World. I mean, you could pick any of them, right? Oh, I picked up Village. Nice. I like Village. Hopefully you enjoy it. Didn't go very high. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they did not. I don't know. I played it on console, so it's hard for me to really say. I feel like you're supposed to chain those, but it doesn't go high enough. Maybe not. And now it's pretty clear what kind of well, staff bears. I assume we're trying to take the staff for ourselves to some place to fix it, or geez, if he sacrifices himself at the end, wouldn't that be typical? But whatever, we'll see. It's comfy. Well, after that big conversation, hours now, you can probably see what kind of media I'm wanting right now. When I was talking about wanting timey-wimey meta shit, clearly in that kind of mood. Not exactly time shit, but something that tries to go a little bit crazy, like IO. Not a whole lot of that shit. Oh, I remember the chain. It was like fucking talking about, you know, those gimmicks and subversion led into not being able to fully explain what you felt in words. And then it turned into fucking, could you ever actually have like a medium where you could 100% recreate, like, you know, convey an emotion? His words can't really do that. I'm tracing the chain of events. I feel like there was something I had to say about one of those that I forgot already. Maybe I should let sleeping dogs lie. Is that what the saying is? Oh, Seabeckett kind of crazy? Yeah, I thought about it today actually. Play a VN. I just came off of Ace Attorney and I have a lot of VNs coming up. So we'll see, maybe. That was a big fucking carrot. Yeah, on that, on my delayed gamefly list, half of them are VNs. It was Cafe Enchante, Raging Loop, and Bust the Fellows. Kind of interested in the Bust the Fellows one. I think it's part of Tome, but... Oh, did you? Yeah. It's apparently got Raging Loop. Oh, man, I'm thinking of Rise. I wish Rise got some more fucking updates, too. It's alright, though. Yeah, I'm interested in the Bust of Fellows one. We'll see. I'd only heard about it for the first time like a couple days ago. Seems like it's gonna be a bit more than just a simple otome, so. On Bustafellows or Raging Loot? Oh, is it actually? Sale on money, free money. Oh wait, not free money. Bustafellows, yeah. They just popped up on Gamefly. And you know me, I'm always looking for like unheard of VNs. And it's rated really well. Am I supposed to be like just hovering? Streaming today, got him? Now I'm into like talking about random ass crazy shit mood. Or something else we can yeah. Yeah. We come back to what feeling does that image convey? I can't separate it from Goda, so it's hard to say. Surprise, man. At least. Where is my on-screen shot? We've been talking about random ass meta shit for like 3 hours. That's the context of what Klitz meant there. The fucking eyes, dude. That emote's good, man. Yeah, the grab will be good. If we can... If it ends up in a form that I like. I still think the meat hands are kind of iffy, but it might end up fine. What do you mean, where is it? Is it like on the screen or something? I'm not really paying attention on the screen chat. Oh, that one. Easy, lad. Come on. Easy. I'm just a man. We have to like wait. You're laughing at VNDB, why? I mean, there's a lot to laugh about with them, I guess. But why this time? For some reason, when you get close to ledges in this game, it like just fucking drops your hover, and it's the most annoying thing. Let me start a discussion on Sekime, like, is this an EVM masterpiece? Look at these ratings, because right now there are only 6 English original VNs ranked higher. Later time, some guy asking why Suki does not interrogate people act optimally. Some people just have trouble, man. Yeah. I mean, he could just go back, right? Just go back. Check the other index. Not like any of it's essential, but I mean, it's such a dense VN. You might as well go for any extra info you can to help understand it. You're fucking giving yourself like a negative handicap. What are you calling it? Lead weights. Not soaking in all the extra info. But yeah, it's funny that he would say Sai's Funhouse explains how the Sekime works. Sweet summer child. It's only just begun. Fucking tip of the iceberg, dude. See, this kind of shit. The music gets louder and louder as you go through some kind of cinematic thing, or you go up a mountain, you know. It's funny that something that should not be, it should be something really, feel like powerful or something, has become cookie cutter. Like, to the point where we can just kind of like it's almost, I feel like there's got to be a term for it at this point. Those moments in like indie art games, the journey-esque moment, I don't know what to call it. It's like almost all of them. Yeah, Sai's Funhouse to me showed me that I was still quite out of my depth. Or like we weren't fully, that there was a deeper end of the pool that I didn't. It gave me more questions, I guess is the way to put it. Because it doesn't explain anything, it just shows some wonky ass things that can happen, right? I don't know, but I also have like always was doubting everything at all time. So I guess I wouldn't buy a size funhouse right away. Yeah, it does. It's a good time. Don't take too many super long breaks on it. Or you'll forget too many things. Was there bonus episodes you could only get for pre-ordering? I feel like there was, since there was bonus concept art and everything. I feel like just all of the Game 2 stuff you didn't get unless you pre-ordered. Like even the soundtrack. Because I had the stuff from the first game, but there was never a second section like people were talking to me about. I think it was DLC. I have 8 bonus episodes. Or I did. That was it though. If there was more than that, then I guess there was a pre-order thing. My brother's so fucking loud. I need to remember to shut the door. Fine. Anything louder than that is me eating on these carrots. You just can't eat a carrot quiet. It's just impossible. Unless you chew fucking agonizingly slow. Okay. And then there had to be only 8 episodes then, I guess. Unless you unlock more when you finish them or something. Okay. I only did 3 anyways, I didn't even do them all. Oh, untranslated DLC. I keep forgetting I have the dash. I'm not using it, I'm stupid. I don't think this game is terribly crazy in an artsy way. Like, it's comfy enough. It's not like it looks bad, but it's not like it's anything wowing you, right, visually. But then gameplay-wise, it's like it does more than your usual, like, artsy kind of Journey-esque type of thing, but it's still not, like, nut. But I wouldn't want to just call it just mediocre. But I feel like that's like the recipe, right? Nothing in particular. I mean, you could, I guess you could combine a bunch of simple things to make something great. So far, I wouldn't say it's great. It's alright. I think while it's comfy, it's kind of simple to a fault. Like, read that again. Oh, where they... Because there's no narrative to this. It's essentially just like, oh, they just have a sentence you can go find here and there. Or even was it? I think I grabbed it and it disappeared. I could check it in here, though. Yeah, it's kind of trying to be this profound. You know, like you're finding the deep lore and shit. I don't think I've ever seen you botch a word that hard. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing like when they use those big, like, 150% volume, you know, chick vocals and back, you know, big swelling bits, and they just, you know, those scenes where you're like riding on something or going up a mountain, they just kind of slap it in there. Kind of feels just like it has this air of being more special than it is, kind of thing. Pretentious? Can you use pretentious in that? I mean, maybe in this, but I don't know about for like a scene where there's just movement and shit. Maybe. No, I mean, so far it's fine. I'm not trying to say the game's like shit. I appreciate there's at least gameplay. I don't think you like have to have crazy gameplay in every game, but it's kind of one of those things I feel like often you'll see, like, there's been a lot of pushback for too many, you know, like people give shit to like too many artsy, you know, movie game type of things. You'll see some more of these like semi-journey games that have like gameplay like rhyme a little bit, but at the end of the day they try to do a bit more, but then at the cost of everything else, so it ends up just being like still kind of a hollow experience. Like Shape of the World had like a bit more gameplay. At the end of the day, it's still pretty fucking whatever. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. I would say this one's more puzzle platformer than it is platformer. Like it's definitely got more of a focus on the puzzle. Or maybe I see what's going on here. Thought I would just have to put that on the other side, but not quite. Okay, I have to have that one there. Something else I gotta do. Definitely been autopiloting this game though. So I don't not really fair for me to even really feel like say too much about it. We really have been autopiloting it for the most part. We've just been talking about stuff. Not really giving it the proper immersion. The time of day. It's not the tightest controls. They definitely don't feel clunky, but you slip off some weird shit here and there. Like your float just kind of disappears here and there. There's not terribly much control of stuff like, you know, your dash and all that crap. Maybe it's more in level design. I don't know, I feel like if you just want a bunch of simple stuff, it's fine. But at the end of the day, it's still just a lot of simple stuff, right? Like with the simple gameplay and just like decent enough movement, combined with like comfy visuals and stuff, like I guess it can make for a worthwhile time, but I feel like I mean, it's not really going, you can't really go much beyond that, if that's the goal. I don't know. Like, it's not... Like, it's its strength and I guess its weakness. Like, as soon as you're not, like, you know, completely just chilled out, you know, as soon as you want something a bit more than just the simple stuff, like, it's just not there, right? You gotta be in a very particular... I don't know if that means it's... Does it mean it's bad, though? I think the game's biggest problem is it's kind of repetitive. Say what you will about how bad or good the simplicity of shit is. It's kind of a repetitive game. It's mixed things up a little bit, giving you a few more abilities, but... Not like there's been a whole lot of like events or really anything to kind of break the flow of just pretty much non-stop simple puzzle platforming. And you get to occasionally ride on some fucking creature and hear some louder music. I guess there's been a couple surfing parts, which is good. I think maybe just some parts, maybe focused on some like maybe higher octane, just like jumping bits here and there, like that'd be okay. I don't know. I guess it's that'd be too hard then. Oh, I'm trying to like talk about the game because we haven't really been talking much about it. Kind of not a whole lot to say though. Like it's one of those that's just kind of like chill to go through, but this stuff's alright. This is a nice way to break up some of the monotony. Not exactly something that's going on like all that often. I almost feel like cutting the puzzles sometimes would be more interesting and just have it be about more flowing, surfing kind of spectacle and shit. Like with a bit more platforming than say something like Journey. Oh, I totally went to the wrong one. Because the puzzles at the end of this, puzzle platforming is really like nothing to write home about. Like, they're not hard. It's not usually like try to find the ledges you have to climb kind of thing. Am I supposed to be trying to go out here? That's me just pressing left. Have to not, you know, hold the direction, you kind of just jimmy them occasionally. Oh, I think over there is open now. Or something. No. Maybe. Climb chocos. I just pop this in here. Oh, if you're just holding it, it just pops up. We just did this, didn't we? Or is this like a second set? And I'm insane. It was just very similar. I do think this sky area has probably been the best, though. They've mixed up some of the puzzle platforming with shit like this a lot more often than the bottom areas. Those were very, like I said, 3 orbs, final puzzle, right on a, you know, monster, rinse, repeat, very little mechanical differences. This might be the fucking end, though, is the thing, though. Because, I mean, what makes me think that possibly is we've got almost all the creatures. Unless there's just like a big portion where all those collectees don't exist. Are we rising up a spire at the end of a game? A large central object at the very end? We'll see. If this is the very end, then yes, we did the whole fucking typical finale. Was the music getting louder and louder? I wasn't paying attention. Did we reach the pinnacle? Now we gotta go back to the whole thing. Yeah, with the vocals and shit. 150% volume. Maybe I'm being unfair. Okay, we're not at the end yet. But there is a giant thing to climb. It's not like that kind of thing like sucks. It's just that it's in like all of these kinds of games, man. Right? I guess I've just played like too many at this point. Oops. But the novelty on that's kind of worn off. It doesn't have as much impact. The landscape sweeping thing with the very samey music. I don't know. It's like I feel bad calling it like cookie cutter when it's like, you know, trying to be emotional and artsy and shit, but it is, right? I definitely respect that they actually try to have some gameplay in it, though, despite having some of those cookie cutter scenes. Oh, Was that the end? We just essentially did one last cutscene or something? This kid sacrifices himself. I'm gonna sigh. What if you get something different for 100%? This kid just say fuck it. In the lab, you see? Panorama, dude. I'm not going on a journey. I'm going on an unjourney. Expectations subverted, dudes. Fuck the prophecy or whatever. Is that it? Okay. I mean, it was a cute little game. I think I'm glad that they tried to have some gameplay in there. I think what movement was there was smooth enough. I don't think there's a whole lot of really fun areas that utilize it because they try to keep it pretty simple, right? There's some nice spectacle areas where you're sliding and you're flying and all that, and some jumps here and there, but for the most part, they try to keep it simple, so that means that even if they have like a decent kit, it doesn't really go too much anywhere. Otherwise, it's kind of filled with puzzles. I don't think the puzzles are too crazy. I respect they're there. It makes it a bit more engaging, but I don't think they were like a high point. In terms of the art stuff, right? Because I mean, it is kind of like more artsy. I wouldn't call it a walking sim, but that style. There was some spectacle, especially near the end, that looked kind of nice. And I wouldn't say the environments look bad, but I wouldn't say they're terribly, wow or jaw-dropping or anything. The soundtrack's fine. It feels a little cookie cutter. I mean, it feels very much like what I feel like it's inspired by. It's a lot of the same usage, a lot of the same beats like we were talking about. A lot of sweeping landscape kind of shots with the swelling vocals and stuff. Like the same, very, very similar, man, to like the bazillion Journey type games. I feel like a broken record, but yeah. I don't know. Overall, though, I think it was a comfy little one to do. I think being on Game Pass, I mean, it was 3.5 hours long, and I was talking about fucking wacky shit for most of it. Alright, so I mean, we could have probably finished it in 2.5. Did not 100% it, so that's fair. Don't really feel like I'd want to. It wouldn't be hard. I mean, really, it wouldn't be hard. We almost did. There'd be like, what, one more thing to grab in each zone, and a few supplementary, like, lore things or whatever the fuck. Collectibles. Yeah. I don't know. It's better than, say, like Rhyme. I think, was it Rhyme? Stuff like that. I would say it's probably, you know, better game than something like Shape of the World, right? Like, it's, in terms of, like, where it would place, I like the Journey, comfy things. It's a little bit more up there, but I don't know. I think they could have asked a little bit more of the player. I think maybe cutting down on a lot of the puzzle platforming, because the puzzles the puzzles in general just weren't that good. I think cutting down on those a bit, and maybe going for more spectacle stuff. Use that nice kit of moves to wow people with some art, some music, instead of like a Simon Says thing. Or, I mean, not all the puzzles are piss easy, but it's definitely a pace killer and not very fun on top of it. So, I don't know if it was quite worth it. I mean, it's nice for variety, but that's about it. I don't know if anybody's here for this. If we got anything you want to say? I'm trying to like break down what I think. I will be fair with it. I was not fully engaged for most of it. Not fully immersed. You know, was not 100%. I'll definitely give it that. Mugen. Oh shit, man. Yeah. Go to you streaming? Okay, but you gonna stream? Am I doing a third game today, or are you gonna give us something? So I'm at that point where I'm kind of maybe getting not having the time to do another full game. I guess we'll go watch Ripper too. I don't know if he's still on or ever got back on. I mean, in terms of like budget shit, saying have more spectacle and shit might be unfair. Because at the end of the day, it's like, that means you need to have more areas and shit, but I mean, they could have used what they had to have more just platforming and free roam. Maybe not. Maybe the budget wouldn't be a big deal. Depends on how much, like, of that spectacle you want it to be, like, focused on the art. Like, yeah, if you were doing the same sliding shit for like an hour in the same zone, it would get old, but I mean, just a little bit more here and there. Cut a couple puzzles. Oh, just go. Very short. I mean, it was very short, which is fine. I mean, games don't have to be long. If every game had to be long, then that would stifle some level of creativity, right? Somebody just wants to make something a bit shorter that kind of just explores a particular gimmick or something. I don't know. It's just easier. I mean, it takes a long time to make a game, so. But it was short. I mean, it was definitely short. I thought I'd be on this for another few hours. But I thought that about 12 minutes too. Yoda, did you watch 12 minutes? Watch anybody play that? It was meh. I was definitely hoping for better. I wouldn't recommend playing it, but maybe watching it. I had some laughs for sure. Especially in the first couple hours. It was good for a laugh. Well, that was OMNO. Thank you guys for watching that. Comfy little game. Simple to a fault. But that's alright. I'm better in 12 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna do anymore. Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's a great little Game Pass game. He just wants you like a comfy, little, somewhat artsy adventure. Something simple. It's a nice few little hours, but yeah, I don't know. If I had dropped some big bucks on it, yeah, I'd probably feel a little different. How much are they charging for it? I'm curious. I mean, I'm insanely cheap, so I ain't buying a whole lot these days, especially full price. But I can still kind of gauge value, right? 25. Yeah, it's 19 on Steam. Uh, I don't know about 19, man. I would say that's a bit of robbery. Super hot. Fuck you, man. Fuck God, man. I hope this guy never streams again. Yeah, it feels more like a $10 one. Especially since it was pretty kickstarted, right? I mean, I guess that might just cover development. I don't know. Yeah, the length. I mean, length isn't everything. Paying for an experience is fine, but I don't think the experience was so crazy that $20 for the 3.5 hours is justified. I mean, I talked a lot, so that slowed us down probably by a good half an hour. Because there's times where I was just pretty much walking in circles. But I also skipped some shit. I would say at most you're getting 5 hours out of this game. At most for a playthrough. 100%. 20 bucks. There's a lot of competition in the same category, I would say. Right? In the same vein. The more artsy kind of emotional. Journey-esque. Oh, well. I need to stop bringing up Journey, but I mean, really, Journey did kind of start a lot of these kinds of games, right? Not that that kind of thing didn't exist before, but Journey was like very popular, a very big game, and things look. There's a lot of games that look very fucking similar. Not like just, oh yeah, this took a few pages out. I'm like, this is like very inspired by Journey, right? Right. Put on some music. Am I allowed to listen to this song, Goto? My stream, dude. It's in the trailer. You watched the trailer, right? Fuck out. God damn it. Come on, man. I haven't listened to all these out. They're good. Let's listen to music while we're sitting here. I don't know if I'll start something else. Might just call it good. I don't think I could finish anything. Tomorrow, we'll see what I'm feeling. Probably still knock out Game Pass stuff. We could do like a whole day and just do Plague Tale. I don't know about Art of Rally right now. Some roguelites here, like Atomic Crops. Not sure about that. Seems interesting. Like a farming defense roguelite thing. Could do Bloodroots. I was gonna start that today. What about Dodgeball Academia? Or Going Under? Going Under, I feel like is gonna be like a painful kind of humor one, like modern indie kind of bubbly humor. Could do Last Stop. Like I said, I have Last Stop installed because I think it's probably going to be shit, and it's a story game, like voice acted, all story. Like I don't say Life is Strange, but you know, like one of those. It's not received super well, but I think it could be fun for the stream. So maybe if I'm feeling juicy, we'll do that. Library of Ruina. I would definitely do Ruina if I played through the first one, Lobotomy Corp. I think Raji we might do. I think it's somewhat God of War-ish. Might, but like Indian mythologies. Kind of just looking through stuff if there's anything right now I want to do. I'd love to do Surgeon Simulator 2 co-op, but I don't know if I'll get anybody. The sense possible. Evil Within, it's a bit more possible. I'm kind of feeling maybe Evil. Well, October soon. I could save Evil Within for October. I don't know if I'll do a month of horror, but might do a couple weeks. We'll see. Alright. Anyways, I'm pretty awake, but I think we'll start shipping off here. Let's go ahead and raid Ripper. Watch him in oh, I just met the Ripper again. Spell it wrong again, what the fuck? Raid meet the Ripper. There it is. Yeah, I'll probably just be watching him if Goda gets on watch whatever Goda's playing too. So yeah, tomorrow probably some more Game Pass shit like I said. Otherwise there's a possibility I'll be digging into like an RPG or some other kind of older game.